Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Masterbox. So this kit is made in a 1/35 scale. Obviously this is a figure set and it is named in a quite interesting way, I would say. So as you can see it's written Das Maschinengewehr is dort, if I am reading it right, but it copies German military man from 1944-1945, and we have all the necessary parts for assembly of 5 figures, which will be assembled exactly in the same, I would say, shape, exactly in the same scene as what you can see on the box art. So it will be interesting to check these parts and these guys closer, and we are going to do it together. This is a commercial sample, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review. So packaging, first of all, it's standard for this brand. You can see we have nice box art here. We also have a small note that illustration was done by Varavin and sculptor is Gagarin, and kit number is 35218 in case you will be searching for it. And here, by the way, we have a small description that we have 5 figures. Obviously tank is not included, you will have to get your own, and I think that's a tiger, first one, so maybe it might be a small hint for you what to use as a base for these figures. Next, on the side we have some safety information. It's written in 5 languages, so here we have 3, and on the opposite side you will find 2 more, and on the rear side you can see, let's say, marking guide and assembly manual, which are combined together. We also have parts map, and there is also a small note on how to replicate the camouflage on the uniform of these guys. Note that paint numbers are given only in Valeha designation, so you will have to use some conversion table in case you are using something different. And frankly speaking, I'm more than sure that you will be using something different, so be sure to have some conversion table handy. Next, it's a side opening box. There is plenty of space inside, so it should be, I would say, everything should arrive to you intact, but it's not that thick box, but usually parts arrive to me undamaged when we are talking about Masterbox. So all frames are packed into this plastic bag. We have several plastic sprues, and this is a resealable plastic bag, so it will be quick and easy to open. Just give me a second. And there are 2 plastic sprues. So first one is fully dedicated to various equipment for these guys. So if we zoom in, you can notice that amount of various weapons and equipment is really impressive here. Obviously you won't be able to use all of them at once, so some of them will stay into your spare parts box, and this might be handy for diorama builders who plan to use some of this in their future projects. And maybe the small hint will be that, for example, here we have 6 helmets while we have 5 figures, so definitely one helmet will be staying in your spare parts box. As for the molding quality, it looks really nice. You can notice it even on the smallest parts. We have grenades molded as a single piece parts. Even the longest weapons are molded as a single piece parts on 2 attachment points. So the only thing required from you is careful separation of all this stuff without damaging maybe the barrels of these main guns, and of course painting these parts, which might be a bit tricky because such thin parts, they require some experience in painting the weapons. So here you can take a closer look. I think it will be a bit more productive to show you parts in such way, because here you can take a look at the minor features of these parts. So everything looks really cool. We have even STG-44 if I'm not wrong, this one. And helmets are also nice. Note that one is pressed inside due to being packed together with another sprue, but I think it's due to rough shipping. My post was really, let's say, generous to damage several kits. Here we continue with opposite side, so there are no guiding elements whatsoever, what should make it possible to place these parts, for example, on the tank, maybe on your diorama base. That's also quite important feature. And as for the helmets, just give me a second, I will take a look myself. So they're empty inside, and I will be happy if you write how it was on the real German helmets of this type. But it's not that important because we will be using slightly different helmets. Why? Because they are molded on these sprue with figures. Why I'm a bit confused? Because I'm checking some other figures, and it's not every figure will get its own head on the head. So here you can see this sprue with figures, and parts division is more or less classic for 1/35 scale. It means we have separate legs, hands and torso, and it should be easy to combine them together, I guess. There are no guiding elements whatsoever. If I flip it over, you can see it with your own eyes. So definitely keep track of this. Maybe there will be possible gaps and it will look unnatural, so it's a wise idea to get some, let's say, installation process handy, install parts one by one and check their alignment together, maybe sand the attachment points. But as you can see, these external features, they look really nice. We have really good wrinkles of these closes. Facial features are also cool. I will show the heads a bit later in a closer view, and of course all poses are predefined, so you can't vary a lot here. There are no alternative poses included. Note that here, for example, we have helmet. Why we have it? Because his head is half cut off as far as I remember, so there is a part of the head pre-molded in this helmet for a bit more natural appearance. And here the same can be said about this commander. As you can see, his head is also separated into two pieces, and we also have the head which is cut plain on the top. But I will show you the facial features as I promised before. So here you can see that he is depicted in a shouting, let's say, moment, just like on the box art, which is really important that they copy what they show on the box art. Here we have one more soldier. Next we move to other pair of heads. So here you can see them. These ones are molded with hairs, and here we have one more. Just give me a second. So here's another soldier in the same style. And by the way, here you get a chance to check the uniform. Really nicely molded features. So it's just a matter of careful painting and picking all these features with washes and maybe sharp pointed brush, because otherwise it will be nearly impossible to get them into the right paint shade. So all in all, we get a quite nice and handy set from Masterbox. It comes in 1/35 scale, so obviously it will be useful for your diorama with German tank, and it should be already available in Modelimex, for example. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about such a release here in the comment section below. If you like this video, do not forget to press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!